Today is April 2nd, 2023. And the session is April 10th, 2023. So this is for the session, and this is for the grand jury, the Supreme Court. So like I said, I want exoneration of the Supreme Court, a writ of certiorari. I'm giving you Martin Luther King Public Accommodations Act. The Public Accommodations Act, the right to access the court. That's Pam Woods. She works for the Baltimore Banner. Pam Woods, the Baltimore Banner, the Baltimore Sun, the Waukegan News Sun, TV One, Radio One. Y'all been lying to the public about me. Baltimore Brew. Yeah, y'all gonna tell the truth this time around. In 2011, I put toilets in front of the courthouse to expose the corruption and the racism in the courts and the play-to-play politics in the state of Maryland. Shorty, pull your mask up? No, I've been to Annapolis. Shorty, pull your mask up? That's Mayor Brandon Scott. Like I said, this is evidence for the grand jury. Everything that Brandon Scott got, he got to turn over to the grand jury. This book, you got to turn over to the grand jury. Those are criminal charges against Scott Shellenberger. I was making a movie. That's artwork and evidence. You feel me? And the movie was about GOP Carter, the Democratic Party. I gave y'all a can of whoop ass, and I'm getting ready to whoop y'all's ass. That's President Trump right here. And that's Kathleen Hughes, TV One, Radio One. I went home on vacation and came back on probation. You see the date? 12/24/2007. I went to make a movie called A Great Race Debate, the money you make off black bodies. You feel me? And the Baltimore Sun got that. Westmore has that. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. That's Bill Ferguson. That's Delegate Stephanie Smith. That's the Maryland Black Caucus. That's Governor Westmore. And that's Delegate Kaylin Young. That's Anthony Brown, Attorney General. That's Speaker Adrian Jones. That's Ivan Bates. And that's the Department of Justice. They sent this back. You see that? Eric Barron, Department of Justice. Return to sender. I asked for the grand jury to the Supreme Court in 2023 about Scott Shellenberger. You feel me? About Scott Shellenberger. That's Baltimore City Police Department and parole and probation. Y'all got to get my information. That's Internal Affairs 2010 when y'all came to my house and put guns to my head. Y'all want to protect white supremacy? Well, we're going to put it on the block. We're going to put it on the auction block. That's the Supreme Court of the United States. That's me, my store on Falls Road. That was a phony bomb threat, and y'all got to address that in the 2023 session. Exoneration or the Supreme Court. That's Judge Carrion. Everything Judge Carrion got, you got to turn over. Like I said, I applied for Martin Luther King's job, and you go to the state prosecutor's office. That's Judge Mary Rivera. That's Governor Hogan. That's Kwesi Nkrumah, Mayor Brandon Scott, Johnny Oleski, Learman, Sarbanes. All right, it's a roll call for my politicians to protect my rights as a black man living in white America. That's Westmore. He said, "No man left behind." Well, you're not gonna leave me behind. I want what belongs to me. Like I said, I was making a movie about y'all from 2008 till the present date, and I did it through the mail. That's mail fraud, vandalism. All right, and if y'all can't produce this mail, if y'all can't produce that mail, that makes it mail fraud. If y'all don't act on that mail, that makes it mail fraud. Because like I said, I was going to the Supreme Court. Thurgood Marshall. That's what we're going to do. Public accommodations. Westmore got this. Everything that Westmore got, you got to put out there for the public to see. Alright? Everything Westmore got, he got to put out there for the world to see. That's me. Governor Hogan, Adrian Jones, Bill Ferguson, Stephanie Smith, Anthony Brown, Department of Justice, Brandon Scott, Scott Shellenberger. To dismantle the master's house, you got to use the master's tools. Social media for social change. This ain't my fight, this our struggle. Being black and white America, 2023. Exoneration of the Supreme Court. This is my evidence for the grand jury.